Hi, welcome to my playhouse. And the patio. So, I have a big box here today. So one of these awesome companies that want to work with me thought it was a great idea to ship me one of their big power stations, and I thought it was a great idea too. And I'm in Portugal, so this is at my vacation house down here, but I have kind of snapped my back, even though it is quite improving a lot. This 20 kilogram power station, yeah, it's gonna be a struggle to get it to show it to you guys, but I'm gonna do my very best. Luckily my back always snaps at stupid stuff and not me actually doing anything hard work. So yeah, I will magically get this up on the table and we'll have a look at it. Yeah, we'll just reveal the company when we get into it. Well, you've probably seen it in the thumbnail. Yeah, so this is 25 kilograms and the thing inside is about 22 kilograms, so it's kind of heavy, but it magically got up on the table, so we can open it up. Haha! In this instance we have a box in a box. Okay, so I need to turn it around and get this box out of here. I could also just open up the bottom of it and just slide the top box off. I think we might do that. Let's see if we can manage that. You really get creative when you have hurt your back. You cannot lift anything too much. So let's see. We need to slide this up. Here, open up this one and just slide that off. So there we have it. It's a big beefy power station from the company AFERY. This is gonna be exciting. They haven't marked out which plugs they're using here. I do hope that it's those. Otherwise we might get into trouble, the European ones. If you have UK or US, we're screwed. Actually the same with the other ones. But this is a portable power station, 2400 watts, and it has all the bells and whistles, I'm sure. So let's turn it around, see what they claim on the side. They claim it works with solar panels. Who would have known? And what is that? Oh, car charger. Naturally, you can put it in your car and charge it from the car, and you can use a wall plug as well. And a note: the solar charging speed depends on the sunshine condition. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. On the back here, we have some of the claims. Main features, as they call it: pure sine wave AC output. Then it says it has a 4.9 inch screen. You could almost see some high definition TV on that. And it has dual fan cooling. It has low battery reminder. I've never seen that one before, that it should beep at you when the battery level falls lower than 10%. A built-in alarm will beep to remind you to recharge it. Yeah, multiple safety features. Yeah, BMS, battery management system. If it didn't have that one, I would be worried. Supercharged by inverter, 2 hours from 0% to 100%. And yeah, that comes to this huge capacity, 2 kilowatt hours of capacity in here. Here are all the specs of this one, and yeah, it does tell us that it has a 2 kilowatt hour capacity, and that the battery chemistry is lithium iron phosphate, and this model is the AFP210, and yeah, there'll be a link in the description. It has 2 USB-C ports. One can do 20 watts, one can do 100 watts. It can do 500 watts of charging on solar. That is actually not a lot with that capacity. A bit more would have been a bit better, as you said, or as I said. So let's just, oh, it's heavy. And this is just all the stuff that they claim that this would be able to do. There is a few larger ones down here, like air conditioning. Yeah, this could run the air conditioning for a few hours in need. Hot blanket, probably. I don't think they use that much power. Electrical vehicle. If you can pump the 2 kilowatts from this unit over into an electric vehicle, you might be able to drive an additional 8 to 10 kilometers. It's probably not worth it to use it for that. I cheated again, and I have removed the bottom, so I could just pop this out. And at the same time, the cardboard boxes are ready to go somewhere else. So we have some nice foam here. So this is how it looks. We have a little bag with all the accessories. And then is this I think this might be a rain cover. Awesome. We have in manual all the features and tricks, multiple languages, I'm guessing by the thickness of it. Here we have the unit. Oh yeah, this one has the feature of a little compartment down here where you can pop stuff in. I'm not sure if it does anything else than that. Huh. Might be very smart to just have the cable sitting in there. I will carefully get this out of the foam. Okay, I clearly missed a thing. That is a big screen. I must admit that is huge, and widescreen as well. Very cool. Yes, turn on DC here, and apparently the AC is somewhere else. So usually the AC is right there, but they have hidden it away here. But we have some DC connections here. We have the thing for using your refrigerator in your car or whatever, you know, that car plug. I don't know if that has a name. And then there's like 2 connections, 12 volt 3 amps, small round ones, and then this one, it says 12 volt 25 amps. What would that be? Okay, so that is an XT60 connector coming out of there. Okay, so more or less we could use this station to power the next station. 12 volt 25 amps, that's a lot. Then we have USB A connections, and these are USB 3. They didn't write how many watts. I could probably cheat and look that up in the manual. There we are, USB QC3, 18 watts times 2, so 2 times 18 watts. Then we have no less than 4 USB-C connections here, and 20 watt, 20 watt, 20 watt, and 100 watts USB. So, and we can turn on the USB section here without turning on this other section over here, which is awesome. And then we have a power button here. We're gonna power this on, and just we wanna have a good look at this huge screen. But we have a light, which apparently doesn't work before you turn it on. That's fair enough. So that's the front. Let's go to the side. Oh, did I mention that this is heavy? Overload protection. Overload. Cool. And caution. Okay. Oh dear, that's an XT90 connector. I haven't had one of those before. So we can power it from the wall with like totally standard connection that you also use for your computer, and then from solar or or the car. It has this XT90 connector that is different from anything else that I have, and it says the input voltage does not exceed 50 volts. If the input volts exceeds 15 volts, it may cause equipment failure. Even within the warranty period, is not covered by warranty. Okay, so you have to be very careful about that one apparently. 50 volts, 11.5 to 50 volts, 500 watts, and it's the XT90 input connection. And they don't tell me over here what this AC connector is called, but it's a C13 or a C14, I forget which one. But to be quite honest, I don't like this much. I would much rather prefer that they had protected me against this. So if I plugged in something that is more than 50 volts, it would cut out. Like, just have a thing that I have to do. Maybe it could say over 50 volt, you're stupid button, and you press that and it's good to go again. Because I don't like this much. Or it could blow a fuse that was replaceable from here, or something, telling me that I shouldn't do this, and if I do, the warranty, yeah, they could protect me instead, so I don't mess up. Oh, then we have the other side, and this is just additional information. Most of the stuff we have already seen: the model number, the capacity, the AC charging, 1100 watts. It can do, and that's why you can charge it in within 2 hours, because 1100 watt hours in 2 hours is like 2200 watt hours, and it only needs 2048 watt hours. So within 2 hours, that's good. XT90 connections, the solar panels, maximum 50 volts, 500 watts, and all the other connections. Off-grid mode, 2400 watts it can supply continuously. UPS mode rated for 2400 watts, but it can do 4800 watts peak. I don't know if it can do that for a short amount of time without anything going into it, but yeah, apparently you can connect this and you can use more power than it has. I don't know how that works. What would be cool is that if this box, if you have like a tool that needs, let's say 3600 watts, and I wouldn't be able to run that on my normal wires in the house, but if I had like a wire going into this supplying 240 volts, 10 amps, which is about the same as this, then I could get my 3000. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, this product is made in China. Do not place in high temperature environments over 45 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so don't place it in the sun. Remember that one. And then we have over here the last site that we haven't seen yet. That must be where they're hiding the 240 volt outlets. There they are. There are 3 of them. That is perfectly fine, because I have found that I do not normally use more than 1 or 2. Some of the other units that I have 4 of these, and it does not matter because I never use all 4. If I needed more than 3, it's so easy to put in an extension cord with more plugs. No issue whatsoever. We didn't mention the nice carrying handles up here. That's a big plus, especially with my bad back. I think I've been waffling quite long enough. I think we need to figure out how it turns on. I am not sure. Maybe they just put a mirror in it. It's used. Well, oh, we haven't turned it on yet. Oh yeah, that is a big screen. Can you see? Yeah, you can kind of. It looks pretty good. It comes with 32% power. Maybe we should test the flashlight. Oh yeah, that works. USB. So that's that icon. That's the USB. What is this one then? It's and USB. What is that? Non-smoking. Ah, that's the cigarette lighter plug. That's what it's called. Actually, they put a cigarette on it. Yeah, that's what it's called in the car, the cigarette lighter. I forgot about that. We need to try the turn on AC as well. And the AC. There. Okay, but there are some other ones that doesn't come on. So I do wonder what that is. Maybe the light? Oh, the light has its own icon as well. And all is off. Yeah, I have deliberately haven't said the name of this because I wasn't sure yet how other people said it. So I checked on YouTube, and most people call this the AFERY. One guy called it AFERY, but I think AFERY is where most people put the pressure on the wording. So yeah, I unpacked the rain cover here, so we can see how it looks. It might not be a rain cover. It might just be a cover for it not to collect dust and get dirty. And yeah, they put their logo on the top as well. So AFERY. Then we have the bag of goodies, which is a nice little carrying case. I like that touch, and I like this fabric. I think this is very cool. I did a project on insulating my door. You might just have seen that video. I really want some of this fabric to put on the door instead of what I got. Never mind. But inside there is a charging cable. That's normal charging cable. Then there is the solar charging cable. I'm a little bit disappointed with this one. I think it's a bit short. It doesn't look like much, does it? I think we are lucky if this is a meter long, and as I guess that yeah, you would have some solar panels, and there would come some wires from that, but yeah, when the cable is this short, I would have liked an extension cable to come with it, so that you could at least go a bit further away. But that said, this seems to be very high quality. Good thick cable here, though you really can't see how much wire there is inside. It could just be very thick plastic, but normally this is good quality. Now there is nothing on the wire, but it's, well, it says that it's 14 AVG. That's some US thingy. Okay, so I've been cheating a little bit, and I've been looking in the manual here, and Tragbar Kraftwerk, but yeah, it's also available in English. And over here, very first thing they say is that because of batteries and shipping, they are supplied with less than 35% power, which we saw it was only 32%, and it says please fully charge this product before use. And that is because this power station has never been in use. The batteries has probably never been charged up. They're brand new. There has never been a reason to fully charge them up, and so they could be out of balance as supplied. So it's very important to go and fully charge it, because when you fully charge the power station like this, it balances all the cells, and these cells, they are like 3.2 volts. So there's like 16 of these cells. So that's somewhere. Here it is, the battery specifications. So this is the battery cells, and they're 3.2 volts and 20 amp hours. And to get to 51.2 volts, that means that there are 16 of these cells in series, and they need to be balanced so that they don't get out of balance. Because if they get out of balance, you'll have some cells that are very high and some cells that are very low, and then it doesn't work very well. So I will be moving the AFERY over to the charging. and my back is still not good, so yeah, I could easily manhandle this on a normal day. So up here on my garage roof I have two little solar panels. These are 100 watts each. At the moment they're in a serial connection, and I just checked, and the solar panel, normally they will be doing like 25 point something volts each. That means that these two tiny solar panels combined might get over 50 volts. So we will check that. If it's over 50 volts, we'll have to put them in parallel instead of series. That's not nearly as efficient. At the moment I'm charging another power station from a competing brand, and even though it's a smaller power unit, almost 1/10 of what this bigger one can do, it can do up to 60 volts solar coming in. I have a multimeter here, and yeah, we're not gonna show the brand because yeah, today we are seeing this other company. So solar panels out there, and this is an XT60 connector, and yeah, we are at 55.64 volts, so we'll have to change the setup for it to work. So two panels, that means that each of them has two wires, so they are connected together here to make a serial connection. So the middle, that's where they meet and make a serial connection. So instead we need a parallel connection, and I have some connectors for that. Oh, we can turn this off again. These things, they will do exactly what we want. They did not come with this unit, but they came with a competing unit, so we're gonna use them. So now I have rewired this, and I put in these adapter things that takes the plus from each of the panels and makes them plus here. And then of course I've taken the cable that came with this unit because it has another plug. It has a bigger plug, which is kind of weird because some of the units that I have the smaller plug will do a lot more solar power than this one, but this one has the plug for a lot more solar power, but it can't really do it. So yeah, we're just gonna measure the voltage here. Okay, we're measuring DC. This should be plus, this should be minus, and we are seeing 28 volts. That's pretty good. In the meanwhile, the other power station has completed its charge, so we're now ready to put this beast in its place. Okay, I have manhandled it off the trolley, so let's plug this in. That's the wrong side, so it goes over here, and the cable is not very long. There, it's telling me that it's doing something. Let's zoom in. Okay, so this is what it's doing. Apparently we are having 155 watts coming in, which is pretty good, of two 100 watt panels that are laying on the roof, and they don't have the right angle, but it's close at the moment, so that's pretty good. It says it's about full time. It's going to be charged up in 10 hours, so that's probably not gonna happen today, but yeah, I am gonna put some foam over it. It's set to keep it out of the sun, so we're gonna try and keep it out of the sun by using some of this foam. And I have some pieces of wood to make sure that the foam don't blow away, and that worked with the other one, so I hope it will work with this one as well. And that way it's mostly out of the sun, so might even be easier to see what it's doing with that. So yeah, okay, now that it's that's weird, the wattage went down. It might be a cloud, so the wattage went down, and now it's 12 hours to charge it up. It is a rather large battery, and the solar power is not quite enough to really satisfy this one. But yeah, we're doing it. Okay, it's quite a few hours later, and the sun is going down, and there is no longer sun on my solar panels here. So we didn't get to charge this up today. We didn't get enough hours. I started it too late. We're at 45%, so it did get like 13% more power in there, and at the moment we are getting like 1 watt incoming. So that's not even counting. So yeah, I'll take this inside, I think. I think I'll take the cover and put that over it, and then keep this on top of it, and it can sit out tonight, and then tomorrow morning it will be charging first thing. I think it's fine. The solar panels are meant to stay outside. This is probably not, but I'm sure with the cover on top of it, nothing's gonna happen. So it's the next morning here in the misty mountains, and well, we even have some little bit of water on the solar panels. I actually disconnected this last night, and now that it's early morning, I'm gonna reconnect it. I did that because it says in the manual, and I have experienced that it does not like when the sun goes down. There's a relay in here that kicks on and off. When the sun goes down, the power coming in from the solar panels becomes less and less, and at some point the unit will, we're not gonna charge anymore, and as soon as it cuts off, the voltage on the solar panels goes up because now it's not under load, and then it kicks back on because now the voltage is okay for charging, and as soon as it starts charging, the voltage goes down and it kicks off, and it does that click 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 click, and that is not good for the unit. So we're gonna pop this in. I don't know if there's enough sun to start it up. Oh, you can actually hear it. So let's see. Yeah, it clicked on and off. It didn't like that. Last night it came down to just taking in 1 watt. It's 99 hours to charge up with 9 watts coming in. I'm sure that's gonna improve, but yeah, you heard that clicking, and that's not good for the unit. So at the moment the sun is over here somewhere behind the mist. That mist is gonna burn off in no time, and the sun is gonna go around this way, and when it's over here it's gonna be directly pointing towards the solar panels, and it's there most of the day. That is kind of south that way. Okay, it's later in that same day. It's about almost 6 o'clock in the evening. Oh, that's a funny one. Oh, there are 2 of them. They're doing stuff. Let's go see how the setup is doing over here. I did check up on it earlier, and it was doing rather well, but right now it's overclouded a little bit. So we're at 83%, and we're only getting 28 watts in, and that's because the sun is behind the clouds. As soon as the clouds go, I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more. I did actually see 185 watts going in when I was out doing a bit of gardening earlier. So yeah, and the sun came up again. So yeah, it climbed up to over 100 watts, 117, 120. So it went from a long time down to 3 hours to charge it fully up. 128, it's staying at 128 right now. So awesome. Okay, the sun is just about gone back there. So we didn't get this charged up today. At the moment it's really nice and almost blue sky all over, but it hasn't been like that all day. So actually I think if I had a totally perfect day, sun from morning to tonight, I think I could have charged this up in one day. 200 watts, could have gotten like probably 12 hours of good sunshine. That would bring us in enough to have this fully charged. It's at 88% and right now we're getting 2 watts in. And as this also takes some power to run, I'm gonna disconnect it and I'm just gonna turn it on again tomorrow. Take the connection out, put the cover on it. There. And I don't know why I'm gonna put this on top of it also. So ready for tomorrow. It's the next day and the sun is up. And I was out here, I did the same thing as yesterday. I disconnected it over the night. Oh, my phone is on, security system. And it's already at 99%. And we have 27 watts coming in. So it's gonna be, at the moment, it's probably balancing out the cells. So there is like 16 of these cells in there. And they have to be at exactly the same voltage. And when you're charging this up for the first time, it's very important that you do that. So it's gonna be slowly balancing out those cells. I'm not entirely sure if it's doing that yet, because 127 watts is quite a lot. So it might still just be pumping in power to the battery, but it's doing really well. In the meanwhile, I've been messing around over here, trying to clean up this, which can become a building, because it used to be a building here, so I'm allowed to build another building. So I want to clean it up to see what the possibilities are. Extremely beautiful and lovely and hot morning here in Portugal, and last night it charged it up to I think it charged it up to 100, but when I saw it last night it was at 99%. So I thought, we can't show it on video with 99%. It was at 99% for ages, so it was clearly balancing the batteries inside. So now we need to test it, see if we can get some good power out of this. It says 100, so we need to plug something in here. So I have a couple of suggestions. So first little thing we'll test. I am a sucker for Ryobi tools. I know it's not high quality everyday workman tools, but they're awesome DIY tools. So I want to charge the battery up, and I have checked that this battery is not fully charged. So let's power on, and it lights up red. It doesn't see anything, and it starts charging the battery. And I see that it's using like 41 watts right now, so that's not a lot. It's not really a good big test for this. It's kind of any little charging station, power station, should be able to do that. 42 watts now. So yep, I have a bigger test in mind. So let's disconnect this again. That was just okay. So I have this power plug here. I'm not gonna reveal right away what it is, but we're gonna plug it in and we're gonna power it. Just so that, oh, that way. Lock that down and power there. It shouldn't draw any power right away, and it does not. It's not drawing any power. It's just, I'll turn the AC on. It's getting sunny over here, so we're gonna start giving it a bit of shade. This has been out for 3 days now. I am naturally gonna take it inside when I'm done filming this, but it has been outside for 3 days. So now we're gonna follow this black wire which I connected to it. It goes along the house here, goes around the corner, goes that way, is extended, goes inside the house. So let's go see that. Goes under the door. There, goes in here. And it's the washing machine, because as everybody knows, as soon as the power goes out for your house, you want to do your washing. You really don't, but yeah, I thought that would be a great test. Am I able to do all my towels? I thought towels would be a good test, because all my undies, that would be kind of weird. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna power this on. Yep, it's getting power. Usually it's connected right up here, but now the wire goes out the door and to the power station. So I need to turn the water on. This is a kind of a special washing machine. It doesn't only wash, it also dries your stuff. So it's like it will wash everything and it will dry it. So that's a big test. So it's both but it has a condensing dryer, so it shouldn't use too much power. I have no idea if this will work and if I'll have enough power to do this, but it's a cool test. Yeah, I'm in Portugal and all of this is in Portuguese. So I have figured out that if I leave it here, that's okay. Then I need to turn on the drying, and that's over there. So and I have put in some washing powder. So we'll press this button and it will wash everything, and then I want it to dry it for an hour. That's my normal program. 30 minutes, 1 hour, and on. Boom, boom. And it's running. And now I'm very excited to see how much power it uses. Okay, at the moment it's not using very much. It's only using like 15 watts. So that's probably just the water pump filling up the thing. So it can do that for 42 hours. We get that over here, 51 hours, and yeah. And this is why I didn't move the power station, because I kind of want to have the solar panels supply power to it. This power station and previous power stations that I have reviewed has often not started using solar power. As long as it is at 100%, it won't kick in the solar power. But as soon as it gets down to 99%, come on, it will start taking in solar power as well as the battery power. So yeah, we'll give this a little bit. 4 watts. Yeah, if I could do my washing machine on 4 watts, that would be a very efficient one. But that's why there, 20 watts, 19 watts. Okay, at some point I think the heating element will come on. It's very warm here, and even the water in the water pipes are not too cold. So I'm sure the washing machine would use a lot more power in winter, as it would have to heat the water a lot more. Okay, so I've just been inside, and the machine is actually turning around now. So I just missed it. It was over 140 watts, and yeah, it goes very. Oh, that was 147 watts. It kind of turns a little bit one way, and then it turns a little bit the other way. We're still at 100% here, so yeah, it would be nice if it would start taking in some solar power. I'm very curious. It's on some sort of a pre-wash. I don't think it heats the water on this one. Let me just admit, I am not an expert washing machine user. I don't have much of a clue. It has gotten very hard to film here, but we have had some big power use. So at the moment it's down to 97%, and we have like 97 watts coming in. But yeah, the usage goes up and down quite a bit. But yeah, the solar is often bringing in more than the unit is using. So yeah, this is cool. Oh, reflections are not my friend today. I still have the protective plastic on this washing machine. This is plastic, so it's very easily scratched. So this thing is protecting it, and it's doing well. We're still on, I think it's pre-wash. I don't know. But I see that it took in all of the washing powder. I think that's a bit weird, but yeah, we're still at 97% out there, and the washing is going on. And there's like the last hour, that's going to be the drying. Until then it's washing, so we have 1 hour 48 minutes left of washing, and then we're going to have 1 hour of drying. And I'm sure that the drying uses a lot of power, so my hope is that it's not going to use too much power on the washing, and we will get some good solar in along the way. Yeah, and out here, oh, reflections, but we are at 97%. We are taking in 96 watts and using 80 watts. So yeah, it's doing well. Okay, it's letting out the water. There isn't anywhere for the washing machine to drain water in this room, so yeah, I have it in a big bucket, and I have to remember to empty the bucket when I'm washing, otherwise it will flood this room, which it has done plenty of times, and it's not very enjoyable. So my back is still killing me, so I'll be sure to empty this bucket before it fills up too much. It has run for over, looks like it might wanna do a spin cycle. So it has run over an hour, so let's go see how the power station is doing. We are for sure getting some good sun right now, but yeah, I haven't looked here yet. So we press the button and it's a bit better for camera. So it's at 96%. Input is 130 watts and output is like 66 watts. So yeah, it seems like this is most definitely possible from this power station. Might even be a bit overkill. So now the dryer, the washing machine is going into dryer mode. So I'm very curious to see how it's doing. It's actually been running for quite a while, so there's only like 21 minutes left of the drying process. So I think we should go and see how the power station is doing. It shouldn't be using much power. It's like a little tiny air conditioning thing that is working in there, like taking the water out of the humid air and condensing it. So how is this going? Let's see. It's at 57%. Are we getting 150 watts in? And it's using like 45. Wow. It must be going up and down in wattage, because it wouldn't have dropped that much. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, it uses like 1600 watts. That's perfect. Hope you can see that. There it is. So when it's working, it's using like 1600 watts drying my clothes in there. And it has used about half of the power station at the moment. This is awesome. Okay, we're on the last minute. Well, usually the last minute takes a long time. I don't know how they calculate that, but yeah, we're still getting a bit of water out of the clothes. Okay, so it's actually still doing about the same. We're almost done, and it's at 56%, and it's only, well, it's taking in 97 watts and only using about 40 at the moment, so interesting. Oh dear, it's done. I didn't even realize. Usually this machine, Samsung, plays a weird little melody, really annoying. Bing, ding, 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 bling, bling, something, way too long. And the PowerStation has done a marvelous job, so it has used approximately half, less than half, but it has had power coming in while it has been doing the washing, so that is like 3 hours of input power at the same time as doing the washing. So it's probably done something like 1.5 kilowatt hour of energy to do the washing. So marvelous. Okay, I just took the PowerStation in. So it has been out since we completed this. That's hours ago, and it has charged back up to 71%. It did this test very well. So I'm pretty sure that it will do whatever I throw at it. I do also have a dishwasher, but that uses just about the same amount of power, and it wouldn't stress it as much as this project did. It did a perfectly normal wash for me, which I thought was awesome. I was actually half expecting that I would have to kind of pause it and wait a few hours for it to charge up again so that I could complete my wash, but well, we managed it within the power that was available to us. So I thought that was cool as heck. So I'm gonna say that this concludes the test of this AFERY AF-P210. And if you're in the market for a power station, well, there's another solution for you. Go check it out in the description. There will be links so you can go and see if this is something that you might need. So how would you get your undies washed in an emergency situation? So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.